So another example will say, find the remaining trig functions of theta if, so we're going to find remaining trig functions of theta if secant of theta equals 13 over 5 and theta is in quadrant, secant of theta is 13 over 5 and cosine is less than 0. That's not right. Sine is less than 0. So, first thing I'm going to do is write out my sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, cotangent. And then I'm going to draw my triangle over here. Okay? It's secant, so it's 13 over 5. Secant was the same as what over what? Well, cosine is 5 over 13, and cosine is x over r. Right? So that means I'm going to label this as x, and this is r, right? So now I can find the other side. How do I find the other side? Pythagorean theorem, good. So I'm going to say a squared, which I don't know, plus b squared, which is 5, equals the hypotenuse squared. So a squared plus 25 equals 169. And then what do I do? Subtract 25. So that gives me a squared equals 144, right? Good, the square root of 12. So that means I can label this in 12. So sine was y over r, or opposite over hypotenuse, if this is my angle. So what's the opposite? What's opposite this? 5 or 12? 12. So it's 12 over, what's the hypotenuse? 13. TOA is opposite over adjacent. What's opposite theta? 12. What's adjacent? What's next to theta? What's next to? 5. And then I flip them over here. So 13 over 12 and 5 over 12. Now the last thing I need to do is figure out what quadrant it's in. So it says we're secant and cosine. Secant and cosine is positive. Which one is that? It's not going to be this one, right? It's not going to be this one. It's either going to be this one or this one. It says sine is positive. That means it's not going to be this one, right? Because all of them are positive, and this says sine is negative. So this one's out. So this one says cosine and secant are the only ones that are positive. So what do I do to the rest of these guys? If they're not positive, they're what? Negative. So what am I going to do? Put a negative sign on all of them. And that's it.